Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Today I'm going to do a page in Flora and Fauna by Aubrey Jacobs. And I started a little bit on this page here and I thought I would go ahead and film it. I'm working with Tombow markers in green tones, and I'm using the Caran d'Ache blender thing. You can put watercolors and pens on this. I'm using this shiny side, and we're just going through and doing some leaves. And I wanted to mention that I put paper behind here, and I'm glad I did because it does bleed through here. When you put it on solidly, or if you put a little bit more pen down than just a little touch of it. I'm using a blender pen to put it on. Down here I just put it on straight pen work. I think I used this color. I have to check. Yeah, I just put it down on these leaves like this, on the lighter side. And I'll put that down on those, and over here, same leaves. Then I'll let you see the bleed through on it. You notice I'm just putting it down as a light coat on there. And you don't see it yet. You see a little bit down here, a little bit over here. I mean, it depends on the paper, I guess, what you're doing with it. I added that color, and then I put in a little bit. This color is 133. Then I put a little bit of a darker color at the base here. So I'll go ahead and do that. I just want you to see the other side. This color is 228. And then we'll do the same thing over here, because if I don't, I'll forget. Nothing like doing a page and not knowing what you did, because I don't plan these out terribly well. I just pick up what I want to color and add the colors in. Now we can take a little bit of, trying to think, I put in this one, and we're going to put this one, scribble, 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 on that side, and we're going to pick up the blender. So far we put one coat on, and then the darker coat, and then we're going to put on this one, which is kind of an browner tone. Like an ochre type color. Just thought it would be easy to go in and do the marker base, and I don't know about pencils yet. I haven't pulled out any pencils. I just thought it would be fun to go in and put down some color and see how the paper reacted, because I know the paper is really thin in this book. And I have loved using these Tombows. They have no odor, they have no smell. They're water-based, so easy cleanup. And they give you a really pretty coloration here. I do not have the full set. I have a bunch of little sets. Okay, that I put in on top of all that this color, which is 312. It is a holly color. It's just a nice muted, it's the one I used up here, green. So I just put a little bit of that in. These will dry a little dark or lighter than what I put down. It mutes that green up a bit, so the bright green, so we kind of get that muted color, and that's how I did those leaves. And then boom, on the other side it comes through. That's why you always want to put a base down. Tombows have not gone through any of my other books when I've done this, so I don't know if I used it on anything else. See my fingerprints coming out on this. Anyway, let's see what else we can color while we're here. But a lot more leaves, so hold on. Okay, get you down a little bit better. I have to get down myself in order to see all these little leaves. So we'll go ahead and use these colors up in here. I'm not quite sure what kind of leaves they are. Which plant they go to is what I mean. This seems to go to this, and I guess they would be these leaves. I think that's a petal. And I'm going to take it, that's a leaf. There. Bring in the darker color. I'll leave these marker numbers down below. This is the 228. It's an olive color. And we'll pick up the colors that we have on the board here. One being the holly color, one being the browner color. Let those dry up a little bit. This is a light olive color. There we go. They've got the same kind of leaves up above. We're going to scoot the book down a little bit. We have these morning glory type vines. And I just used the one single color on those. And this is the holly color. Kind of a blue-green. And I believe there's a couple up in here somewhere. Okay. Now they're pretty muted doing that, so we want to add in a little bit more coloration down in here. So we'll just bring in a bit of the solid color. On all of those. Kind of bring it up the stem a little bit. Going to guess that leaf too. Okay, we're just going to pick up some more off that little tablet there. Tablet, it's not a tablet, it's just a blending plate thing. And we just kind of blend that out a little bit. Love that color. It's really pretty. Okay. Add some more down here, just take that brightness off. I think I got a little on him. Try to blend that out a little bit. Okay. Have to do the leaves up there, and then we got to figure out what color we want to do the flowers, and we have a feather. I would assume it belongs to that little dude over there, so we have to come up with some color combination for that. We're just going to take what we have left here on the board between the brown and the holly color and color in any extra leaves. Going to mix that two colors that we have here. Gotta find more leaves. I think that's one. And this one. Petals, petals, petals. So I'll set in here. Okay, now I gotta go up on top and do the same thing. So I'm just gonna put all those colors on the board here. Have the top just a little bit more muted than the bottom. I think we got them all, minus this one that we need here. All right, let me just pick these up. That's an interesting little thing. Add a little of that brown in there. Tiny bit of that lighter green. Bit darker green. A little of the brown color. I'm going to take some of that brown and put it in here. I like that look up there more than I like the look down below, so we're gonna have to do something down here. Not sure what. Okay, I think that is all our leaves. All right, we have to figure out a flower color. Okay, I gotta have some light colors for the flowers. We're gonna wipe this thing down so I can use it. I like how putting it on the board looks more muted than just putting it straight on the page. And I like that kind of look. This is really bright. Look what I did. I put fingerprints on the silver. Keep doing that. There's a light yellow for the inside here. In fact, that might just be easier to put down on these flowers. Some up at the top there. Just putting it in the center. That worked easy. That was 60. We're going to do these here in light pink. And yeah, that might be easier to lay down too, because it's just this really soft, what is this one called? 800 baby pink. So yeah, although we missed a leaf. See, I knew I was going to start coloring flowers and then I'd find the rest of the leaves. Then we have a baby blue to put on the morning glories. So we're going to actually put that down and put that on with the blender. Just going to kind of go around the outside and bring it in. Okay, we have some on the other side. Oh, we have this little guy over here too, but okay, going upward. Never know how much of this stuff to put on the board. This little dude over here is the one I forgot. I just want to put a little extra color on that. It does dry really lightly. Okay, and these guys up here we're going to do in the pink too, but we're going to put that on the board. Let's bring the pink upward. Kind of mixed it a little bit with the yellow. Since it is such a light color, I wanted to get a little bit more on there. I think that's a leaf too. Okay, we gotta do that leaf over there. Don't even know what color I picked up, but it looks darker than the ones I was using, so better add into a few more leaves. So it doesn't look like that one's just out on its own. Throw in a little of the olive color and the bright green. Okay. Just go through a little of that bright green in these leaves. That stand out a little bit more than mixing right in with the flowers. They kind of turned out the same color. There we go. Okay, guess what time we have? We've got either the feather to do. We'll throw a little yellow into these guys. Brighten them up a little bit. Pretty sure we saw a leaf over here somewhere, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to color that one too. Oh, this is turning out really kind of pleasant. Do. Okay, we have a little green here. Where's that little leaf we had? I may have colored it in pink, so I'm not going to worry about it too much if I can't find it. I think it was right in there. There. Okay. Now I'm going to get out some colors to do our little critters here. Okay, we have a couple of kind of grayish animals. We're going to do the raccoon and the ostrich are done in grays, sort of. I'm going to put them down here and then do some shading. Then we have brown, kind of a reddish color. And our little dude here, which I believe is brown also. Okay, get down our blender pen wherever it went. We got a good little eye here for these guys. Let's start with a little light gray. Just push that out a little bit. Put a little on him too. Hello. And we can do his feather at the same time. Got a little bit of darkness going around his eyes. There's a leaf behind him. I knew I'd forget a leaf. Let's see what we can do about that. Put that up there. What color is his beak? It's kind of a grayish color, isn't it? Okay. Who else was gray? Little raccoon here has got a tiny bit of brown in him, so we're going to get a little of that going on his back here. Just a touch. I think a little bit up here on the top of his head too. Okay, the rest of him is gray and black. Okay, let's see. Since we have our little browns out, I have 3 numbers of brown. So for our little bunny rabbit here, we're going to use 990 and 992. So a little lighter color here. Then a little darker color. Okay, then we have a darker color still. Bring in 912 and 947. Okay, and a little tiny bit of 947 in the rabbit. Let that dry. Okay, I think this little dude here is either an otter or hamster or something. I gotta look up. In the back here he had coloration. I'm not sure if that's a real fox or an Arctic fox. One with big ears. But our deer up here is definitely going to be brown, so we're going to go in, add a little bit of that in here, and in his antlers here. I put a little gray in the darkest brown we had out, just so we could get those horns a little different. And then we'll get a little bit of these browns going in his face, his neck. We're going to let that dry. We'll do him in brown too, just kind of a brownish color. Very lightly. It's got a little gray mixed into it. Little brown ears. Okay. We're also going to add some of that color down here into this feather. Leave the tip of this feather white. There's another leaf there. Find all these leaves. And there seems to be another pink flower over there. Kind of in the mess in here, so we're just going to add some pink. Darken it up, it'll dry again. Now I just have to figure out what I'm going to do with him. So let's hold on. Okay, with his big ears, I'm going to call him a fennec fox. If you have any idea what a fennec fox is, he's going with the big ears, teeny tiny body, and he'll fit right in with everybody else. Kind of comes in the lightest brown tones you can get with a lot of soft white, which we can probably do here. Number 990 is a very soft brown color. It's got a little on the top of his head here. Tiny bit going up the ear, not much because we have a white fluff going on up there. Got a tiny bit coming down on his chin. His nose is mostly white, but he has a little bit coming down right around the face here. Little white mark going up. Very fluffy ears. And that's his body is a little darker if he had a tail. I don't see a tail on him. Okay. So he's very soft coloration. Add a little more of this color to this feather. And then go around and look at anything. If you want to darken it up like that, yellow is pretty intense in these leaves down here. So I have that gray. Oh, I had that gray. There we go. You can either take the gray right in there and knock back some of that color. This is a light gray. Give some depth in here. Go on one side. And I'll just, that's not a good cap for that. That's not the gray cap, because on this one, we're going to raise the camera a little bit. Okay, we're just going to go around and shade under these things with the gray. It's a very soft gray, so you can use it to shadow everything here. Knock back some of that color. Okay, that'll work. Then I'm going to get out a pencil and do a little bit more work on those little critters. Okay, so we get out a white that we can go over a little bit of this little guy, brighten him up. That's another leaf. Man, there's leaves all over the place. It's a little dark. That'll work. Okay. Back to what I was doing. Okay, the deer. It's got a little bit of the white in him too, so we're going to lighten this up. A little bit in the bunny. The raccoon. This little dude. Make him a little fluffier. Okay. In with a little black here. We've got to do some nose work. Okay, our coon needs a little bit around his eyes too. Alright, we're going to go kind of straight up his nose a little bit. Just kind of put tiny little lines in there. Make it look like he's got some hair in it. Little coon. Okay, bunny. This is Bistre. We're going to use on the bunny. And the deer is going to need a little more brown in it too, so A little brown in his antlers too. Tiny bit of black in here. Bunny needs its eye. Okay, his eyes. This guy's nose. We forgot your nose, your eyes. Okay, and then his coloration. I have to figure out what he is first. Well, we got a choice. He can either be an otter or a groundhog type critter. Either one, they're about the same color, so we're going to put in a little brown in here. Then we'll go in with a little black. And kind of the puffy white cheeks here. White up here. And down there. Yeah, prairie dogs have big teeth, but we got what we got, right? Make his eyes just a bit bigger. Okay, and our little fox, we're just going to throw in a little bit more color up here. Then the white just to soften all that up. Because it's a very soft colored critter. Okay, we're going to take our white Posca wherever I put that. It's not it. Big packet of stuff. Make sure it works. It does. Everybody gets little dots in their eyes. Little Foxy here is going to get some extra fluff in his ears. We need little dots on everybody's noses. That has a big nose. Bunny does not have a big nose, so we're going to throw a little pink in her nose. This is the dark flesh. And we're going to go around and add that in some areas of these flowers too. Okay, we'll bring some of that up in here too. Just to brighten them up a little bit, and maybe we'll bring in a tiny bit of blue with the Cobalt Turquoise. Yeah, into our little flowers up here. Just to brighten them up a bit. see all that. Okay, and then we'll bring in some earth green just to add a little bit of color on the leaves if they need it. Color any of those leaves a mist. Make sure they all have the same coloration in them. And this will also calm down that bright color that I didn't care for too much, but put on every single leaf. Cool. Okay, I think the little bunny needs a little bit darker on him. So I'll just pull out, I think this is a walnut, just down in here. Separate it from the flowers and the leaves. I think that's good. Okay, on the feather we're going to take white Posca and kind of fluff it up a little bit more. So we want a little whiter on the tip. And if it does belong to the ostrich, it should be a little fluffier. A little fluffier. And the butterfly. We did not do the butterfly. Do the butterfly in pink. Got our pink pen here. Make it match the flowers that are up there. Tiny bit of the dark flesh in here. And then our white Posca. Very lightly touch those. And there we go. I think it turned out rather cute. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed. Try to clean up some of these little fingerprints I put on here and take a picture and leave it at the end of the video without the lights blaring on it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And hope you all have a wonderful day. See you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye now.